No, and as promised a little earlier, right, it is, of course, a big week for results in the UK grocery sector. Sainsbury's has their figures tomorrow, Tesco's turn on Thursday, but today it is Morrisons that's published its figures. They are much better than expected. Indeed, Morrisons shares up just not so long ago, something like 9% in response to the news that it said like-for-like sales rose by 0.2% in the 9 weeks to January. Let's get more on this now from Paul Thomas, who is able to join us from our news floor. Paul, the share price is a big reaction, but when you look at the figures, it's a tiny weeny move. Just put it all in perspective for us.
Well, I think it is a small move, but obviously they've had a number of months and quarters of reporting sales in decline. So this is a great progress and some festive cheer for Morrisons and for Dave Potts. Still much more work to do, but certainly a good indication that they're perhaps heading in the right direction with their recent work.
And Paul, when you look at the figures, as I said, it's a busy week for retailers, but the supermarkets particularly seem to have been hit badly. We've had mixed results. Next, of course, we're down. John Lewis bucking the trend, doing reasonably well, but M&S a difficult time. It's very hard to pick out the winners and losers of the Christmas period.
It is, and by the end of the week we should have a better idea who those are going to be. Indications are obviously Morrisons was a bit of a surprise, coming in at a 0.2% increase, likely to be an increase for Sainsbury's and likely to be a drop for Tesco's. Kantar just put out their market share data, and that is certainly saying that's going to be a trend that will continue through this week.
So what is Morrisons getting right that perhaps some of its rivals are not?
Well, I think they've focused back on, through Dave Potts' strategy, on reducing costs at the head office, putting more costs into the stores, more colleagues for the shop floor to start to improve that customer experience within the shop. There's still a lot of work to do within that in terms of range and freshness. And a lot to do, I think, on marketing. They have a great provenance with their fresh, with their own farms and their own supply, vertical supply chain. So they can really do a lot more to drive that home. But certainly getting what you would call the basics right of the store operation and the customer journey, that is what I think has helped them so far. And that's what we think they need to focus on in the coming months and future.
OK, Paul, good stuff. Thanks so much. Paul Thomas there, Senior Consultant at Retail Remedy. And you saw on the screen there shares, as Sally mentioned a little earlier, up about 8%, up nearly 15 points so far this morning as a result of those figures.
Yeah, lots more on the website. As you can see, more detail and analysis. Sainsbury's to come next.